Hey guys, it's Angie, aka Sakuran J. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're not. Hey, how you doing? For today's YouTube video, we're going to be going ahead and talking about how to make friends in Japan or how to make friends with Japanese people. This question was kind of a hot topic because I know some people want to move to Japan and actually want to make friends in Japan with Japanese people, or some people are trying to pick up the language and want to make friends to help them along the way and things like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and talk to you guys about how I made my friends in Japan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. I got my handy dandy iPads. We're just going to go talk about some points I prepped for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you guys never miss a beat whenever it comes to Angie, and let's get into this. Also, before we get into the video, I just want to go ahead and talk about this shirt. This is like a sneak peek to something I'm planning on filming. I just want to try it on, kind of see how it sits on me for a while. I know that's kind of weird, but that's just my mindset with it right now. I'm trying to see if I love the shirt. I also got this chain that I had custom made. Hopefully you guys can read that. If not, it's my YouTube channel name. It's my social media name. Yeah. So I just want to show that really quickly. I'm really happy with the design. I'm really happy that the fact that I got to make this look kind of come to reality a little bit. And soon enough, you guys will see the outcome of what this shirt and this chain has to do with each other. The first thing I want to go ahead and get into when talking about how to make friends with Japanese people or how to make Japanese friends in Japan is knowing that you shouldn't be doing this for a fetish. You shouldn't be going out and thinking that you're going to be friends with Japanese people to fit some type of fantasy or some type of we're not being weird about this. You're just making friends with Japanese people because you want a culture exchange, you want a language exchange, you want to be around a community that you're living in or that you want to live in, and you actually have something authentically to bring to a Japanese person as a friend. And I know a lot of people a lot of people can say Japanese people are really freaking introverted, and I will second that, but at the same time it's just I want to let you guys know what I did, and it had nothing to do with anime, otaku, none of that. Am I otaku now? Hell yeah, but it got nothing to do with making friends in Japan. And I just want to preface that because I would hate for someone to come on my channel and think that they're gonna get all the things that they need for Japan and go misinterpret or misuse my words to build kind of harmful relationships in Japan, because that's the country I love the same way I love my native country, and I'm not tolerating that for Japan or people in my native country. I've never tolerated that. I'm not going to tolerate it today or tomorrow or ever. So if you want to go ahead and do what I did back in 2019 heading into 2024, so about 5 years, is I've been going on and off with different apps to kind of make new Japanese friends. The apps include Tandem, Maum, Ometv or Omegle, and HelloTalk. And those apps are just different apps and stuff that I use to just kind of interact with people, practice my language skills, meet people who just wanted to speak with people from international backgrounds compared to them, and stuff like that, just to kind of build some type of friendships. My main platform was HelloTalk though. That was the one that I made all my friends from 3 years ago to now, and we're this to this day. I love my HelloTalk family. You could go ahead and use this method to just communicate with people through apps and stuff like that prior to going to Japan, so that you can build some type of relationship. You're not 100% strangers once you get there. I think it's really cool, but my biggest recommendation is try to call them, because for me, since I have social anxiety with some people, I didn't realize how nervous I was going to be around some people up until I was there, and I was just oh, this is the things that early 2000s said not to do. I just met someone offline. This is scary. But in all reality, it's one of the best experiences ever, just meeting some people that you could also vet to see if they're genuine people or not ahead of time before you get your heart broken, before you get put in dangerous situations and stuff like that. You want to go in there with some knowledge, some intelligence, some class. Don't be naive about it, But just building some type of friendship with people prior to going to Japan and stuff like that, that's what you want to go ahead and do. You can also use Instagram and TikTok now that I've seen the Japan and American algorithms kind of blending together. I've never done that, but I totally recommend it if you can. Just shoot somebody a message and be hey, I'm coming to Japan, or hey, I'm interested in Japanese culture, I want to make some friends with Japanese people, do you want to be my friend, and stuff like that, and see how that works out for you. The next thing you could go ahead and do is join online communities via Facebook, Discord, or even Reddit, where you could just build online communities and communicate with people who want to reach out to people who are of international backgrounds and just don't have the means of doing so via travel and stuff like that. Another thing I would recommend you guys take advantage of, if you have some type of Japanese community around you. I know that I read something recently that said there's only 1 million Japanese people in America. That's kind of crazy to me. But what you could go ahead and do is find cultural events near you. I know when I went to New York, I met like a lot of Japanese people. Cause I ended up going to like, you know, Japanese art galleries, or I went to this izakaya that was under a Korean restaurant, and I ended up speaking to like 2 Japanese people. One of them was from Osaka, and the other one was like from Fukushima, I believe. I might be getting it wrong, but I got to speak Japanese with them. I got to interact with them, and that was in New York. In Florida, we got Murakami Museum, and that's kind of where the Yamato colony settled down. So sometimes you'll see Japanese people out there, or you'll see some type of cultural event happening there, and you can interact with the Japanese community over there. Or, you know, just trying to find certain ways, because I can't 100% tell you exactly how to find Japanese people in America, because that's not something that I've done for myself. And then if you are heading to Japan, or you currently live in Japan and you just want to find some tips, or like, you know, any type of reason that will find you in Japan and wanting to find some tips on how to make Japanese friends in Japan, my biggest thing would be literally just go to Shibuya, go to Ikebukuro, go to what is it, Shinjuku. I have had no problem with people just coming up to me and speaking to me, sober or drunk or anything. Like, people will just show up and be like, hi, I want to speak with you. I even remember like being in Aichi prefecture in Nagoya, and some guy came up to me, he's like, hey, are you American? And I'm like, yeah. And like, I had like an hour-long conversation with a Japanese man before. Literally, I feel like it's not too impossible for people to approach you over there, but nonetheless, just like going out, just finding yourself in situations where people will approach you. Like, even if you don't do nightlife, just go to a bar really quickly and someone might approach you and just say like, hey, I need international friends, let's be friends. That would be my biggest recommendation, because I made a lot of friends out there from like every single country I could think of. I made friends from Nepal, Bangladesh, India, Korea, Mongolia, Indonesia, Thailand, like South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, South America, Europe, like everyone, they're just outside. And specifically if you want to make Japanese friends, I have so many Japanese friends who are from Hokkaido, Okinawa, and stuff like that, just because they were just in Tokyo at the same time as me, you know? So I totally recommend just go outside. Like, it's okay, it ain't gonna hurt you. It's Japan, you can go get hurt from outside. Another recommendation I would have for you is join clubs or like events. There's clubs for everything in Japan. Once again, in my previous video on how to move to Japan, I mentioned Meetup. So this is or Meetup, I can't remember the name right now, but this is gonna be the app or website that you go ahead and visit to see what people around you are doing and who wants to make international friends and stuff like that. Using that as a tool will get you to meet some more people and go outside and have new activities and events and clubs to join. The same way you want to meet Japanese people and speak to them and like become friends with them is the same way a lot of Japanese people also want to be friends with people too. Another one that I want to go ahead and talk about, one of my viewers, Elena, thanks for commenting on my video, and I wanted to go ahead and dedicate this section for you, is volunteering opportunities in Japan. This is gonna toggle between in Japan and not in Japan, but volunteering opportunities is gonna fall under the same thing. If you want to just kind of use your English skills to help others, then what I would totally recommend is going ahead and like using platforms like HandsOn Tokyo or goabroad.org or something like that. I forgot the names, but I've written them down. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them somewhere up on the screen. These are platforms that allow you to go ahead and volunteer in Japan, whether you're doing that from Japan, whether you're doing it online. And they allow you to kind of find communities, people who really need help learning English and stuff like that. And if you're going to go ahead and volunteer your time, then you'll build some friendships and communities while you're doing that. So since you had that question about like just having these volunteer opportunities in Japan, there is a plethora of these type of things going on. I even had a friend who was in Japan, and it was like a volunteer opportunity, but it like wasn't really at the same time, because like you got paid for it, but like even her job was needing people to come around who speak Japanese and English and kind of translate, or, you know, do some type of work over there for like the day. You're gonna find those opportunities in Japan like aplenty. You will have these opportunities available for you if you're looking to go ahead and volunteer your time to help others. Okay, another thing I want to go ahead and talk about is joining international groups. The reason why I say international groups and not Japanese groups is because if you join Japanese groups, they're probably only going to be speaking Japanese. If you join international groups, you're going to be finding people who speak multiple languages. Another like underrated thing, if you're a gamer, this tip's for you. Changing your servers when you play. The only thing you're going to have an issue with is once again language, but if you like speak some type of Japanese, then I would totally recommend like trying that out. Because when I was playing Among Us, with some friends, and I switched to a Japanese server real quick, and like I was like, oh my god, I didn't know Japanese people still played Among Us. So I was in the comments like, ohayou, watashi no namae wa Andre desu, you know, just chilling, just talking to the server and like playing the game with them. It was really freaking cool because I forgot that you could do that. Okay, so quick story time. When I was in Osaka last year, my plans kind of fell through with the people that I was supposed to spend time with. And I didn't really have anything really planned out anymore because like jet lag didn't have a chance to hit me up until I finally was in Osaka and I was able to do everything slower paced. So I remember going to Dotonbori area and I was on the phone with my brother and my cousin the whole time because I was like super nervous. But afterwards, when I finally like got the courage to just go somewhere, I think I ended up in like some yakitori area, and they were like, the room was filled with grown old Japanese men, and I'm the only foreigner in the building. And like, once again, no one knew I spoke Japanese. They're just like, oh my god, it's a foreigner, oh my god, how did you find this place? And I'm just like, I'm sorry. But they're like, oh no, come in, and they're watching like horse racing and stuff like that. So I'm just ordering some food and I'm like kind of struggling with my little scoop of Japanese I understood at the time. And like, you know, once again, everyone noticed that I was alone. So at that point, like, some people just came up to me and they're like, hey, like, where you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from America. And like had some quick conversations in between like horse racing matches or whatever. So that was also a cute interaction. Literally, you can make friends or communicate with people anywhere. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna go ahead and recommend is using threads. Recently, at least, if you're like highly interested in the topic Japan, I think you can either follow the topic or something, I don't know. But for me, like my For You page, Explorer page, whatever, it naturally shows me a lot of Japan stuff. And I see people all the time, they're like, hey, I'm in Tokyo, I want to make some Japanese friends, like, who want to hang out with me. And Japanese people will be like, hey, like, I'm hanging out, like, or I'm willing to hang out, like, where you at? And they're like, you know, just build that communication, like, literally online right then and there. Like, you don't really have to build that relationship prior. But once again, you can also do this with HelloTalk. I see a lot of people being like, hey, I'm in Shibuya tonight, I just want to hang out with some Japanese people, like, who is outside. I see this from Japanese people. I see this from people with an international background as well. So literally just using these resources to the best of your ability. Alright, so that is all the information I have for you guys today. This is just how to create these authentic, wholesome relationships that are just based on what I've done. As far as like a lot of research really does go into these videos, you guys. Just making sure that I can relay information that pertains to me, but also pertains to other people as well. So I'm always reaching out to my friends who are foreign people in Japan. I'm also reaching out to my Japanese friends. I'm also reaching out just via online sources and trying to see where that particularly aligned with my experience in Japan and relaying that to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, we do not condone fetishizing Japanese people because they're real people. I don't care how much of an otaku you are. I don't care how much like social media got you crazed up. These are real people, and I'm just letting you guys know my experience with being in Japan, because I know a lot of things on the media completely negates how, you know, people actually live, and that's for anybody. So that's my whole goal with this channel, just making sure that you guys know, like, hey, I've been to Japan before and it's not that bad, or, you know, it's not that, they're not that racist, they're not that introverted, you know, it's not that crazy. So that is the whole goal of my channel. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, interact with your girl. Go ahead and follow me on social media and stay tuned for my upcoming content so you guys can see where this shirt and this necklace comes into play. Hold on, can you see it? Yeah. Alright, well, so you guys can go ahead and stay tuned for that. But without further ado, Andy is out, so peace.